Hi, my name is Michelle Mangus. I'm going to be bringing to you live um, a level 1 flow. As you know, we're working on our studio, which I'm so excited about. It's Hangloose Hot Yoga. But in the meantime, I thought we'd get to know each other a little bit. So that's the great thing about YouTube. I'm going to be bringing it to you at home if you can't come into the studio. Um, okay, let's go ahead and begin with class. So just go ahead and come on down to your mat, and you can just sit into an easy seated position. Just bring your hands to your knees. Roll back your shoulders a little bit. Elongate your spine. Pretend like there's a string connected to the top of your head, pulling you taller. If you'd like to, you can remove a little of the cush from the back side and just allow your sit bones to rest a little bit deeper into the ground. Just bring your wrists to your knees and let your fingertips just dangle. I just want you to settle in. I want you to settle into yourself. For a lot of you, just sitting still for a little bit is a big deal, or finding the time to watch this video. But thank you for taking the time. Thanking you for taking care of yourself. Close your eyes. Begin to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth as deep as you can, nice and slow. And I want you to feel this breath coming over you. I want you to take it in deep into your lungs. Hold on to it for just a moment until you feel that piercing sensation. A little bit of an expansion right there. And then release it all the way through your nose or through your mouth. Sometimes we're a little congested up there, so just push it out any way you can get it out. But make sure you let it all the way out. Get it all the way out of your belly. Let's just take a few more breaths right here. Notice what sensations overcome you. Notice any tingling or any resistance. And just breathe. In yoga, we talk a lot about intention. And intention is nothing more than motivation. That's all that word means. And so prior to each class, we like to set an intention in our mind. Because we already know now for a fact that what we put in here, we can hold right here. It is all within our mind. So if we have peace there, we can create. There are only two foundations of an intention. And one intention, or one version of an intention, is going to be based on fear. So, and let me get back to that in a second. And the other intention is going to be based on love. And most of us, we tend to, and please keep breathing as I'm speaking, and keep making sure your spine is nice and tall. You also want to start pushing your knees a little closer to the ground. So you can begin to put a little resistance into your wrists if you like. Now, if this is difficult on your lower lumbar, just lean in just a tiny little bit, just to relieve some pressure from your lower lumbar. So your back is still straight, you're just leaning over just a tiny little bit. And I want you to focus on where you fit in with this intention. Most of us tend to create intentions at least earlier on in our lives, and these intentions are based on fears. You know, we want a bigger house, we want a faster car, we want a better job to support all of this. But if your intention is one that's based on love, you will also find that it's a contributing intention. And contributing intentions that are based on love, they're effortless. You will no longer feel like you're working at anything. Because when you find the willingness to do something, it is no longer called work. It is now called your passion. I want you to roll the shoulders back 3 times. Nice big circles. 2, 3. And roll the shoulders forward. 1, 2, 3. Take your hands to heart center. Lower your head. See your intention. Focus on it right now. Throughout the rest of class, when things get difficult, or when you feel tired, or you think you can't do something, I want you to focus on this intention and see how it pulls you through. Let's go ahead and cross over at the ankles. Come up to our neutral tabletop position. And just create just a few little cat cows, and just do this at your own pace. You can just rock up and out. And begin to come into your cow a little deeper and push up into your cat a little bit more. Keep moving. And slowly curl the toes under, push back, downward dog. So for downward dog, the fingertips, I'm just trying to see what's better. So for the downward dog, the fingertips are spread wide onto the floor. Palm is resting heavy onto the earth. Learn to distribute the weight throughout the base of your fingertips so it's not so straining onto your wrists. Although, if you have any problems with your wrists, this exercise will definitely help. Go ahead and take your chest and push it back a little closer to your thighs and push the heels down to the ground. Now the head hangs low. And just keep pushing through. Look between the hands. Inhale, step with your right foot forward in between the hands. And this is all one breath. And now we're going to go ahead and step with the other foot and come into flat back. Next is exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward. Step to the back. And lower. Inhale, lift through the chest. Now the hip bones are connected, the elbows are bent. And allow the chest to come back down to the ground, curl the toes under, push back, downward dog. So let's go over that one more time. Make sure you spread your fingertips nice and wide, palms are down onto the ground. Evenly distribute the weight through the base of your fingertips. Good. And just allow your chest to come a little closer to your thighs. Sit bones come up a little higher and push through those heels. Look between your hands. This is all one breath. So you're gonna step with your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. So let's go over flat back. It's best to stay grounded to something. So whether you touch your thighs, you touch your shins, or you come all the way to the ground, make sure the back is nice and flat. Hands come down to the ground. And so this is, sorry, side profile here. So you don't want to be like this, that's folded. You want to be a nice flat back. So go ahead and place the hands down onto the ground, step back behind you, and lower down. Now, if it's too hard to lower down, you can, from plank position, you can always just, come to your knees and lower down that way. And now keep a bend to the elbows and just lift up. Look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the chest down to the ground. Curl the toes under, push back. Downward dog. Good. Beautiful. Now we've done that on both sides. So we're gonna go ahead and just begin with our flow a little bit more organically now. And just do your best to try to keep along. If it's moving a little too fast, you go at your own pace. Let's go ahead and look between the hands. Oops, step with the right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to the back and lower. Inhale, push through cobra. Exhale, bring the chest down. Curl the toes under, push back, downward dog. Look between the hands, step with your left foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to the back and lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes under. Push back, downward dog. Look between the hands and step forward. Now, if you get stuck somewhere in the middle, you can take and just bring that foot up and push back. Push with that back leg forward. Come into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to the back. Come on down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Come on back, downward dog. Look between the hands, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. And the more you practice this, the easier it becomes. Inhale. Lift. Exhale, step to the back. And lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push it back. And oops, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. It's become so peaceful and so meditative. And step back and lift up, and you're pushing and you're pulling and you're stretching and you're moving. Step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. job. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to the back and lower. Touch down. Curl the toes under. Push back, downward dog. Begin to pedal the feet side to side. Now bring the step 1 foot closer. Might need to make a little more adjustments depending on your anatomy, but I want you to reach with your right hand. Grab the left ankle and begin to twist. As you twist, I want you to exhale. What you're going to notice is only when you release that breath does your body surrender to the twist. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Let's go ahead and take the left hand to the right leg and just keep twisting. Keep breathing. And release. Hand comes down to the ground. Let's go ahead and just drop down to our knees for a moment here. And I want you to sit back into child's pose. So, from neutral tabletop position, a great way for you to measure how your hands are supposed to be, positioned is the hands are directly underneath the shoulders in neutral tabletop position. So from here, if we want to go into a plank, now here's just a perfect example of anatomy. My legs are longer than my upper body, even though that's not that much, and I'm being pushed forward a little bit, which is not good for my shoulders. So I'm just gonna make a small adjustment. It's not perfect, but it's right there. Okay, so now watch. My knees come down and I'm in neutral tabletop position. My small adjustment here. And some people like to just to go ahead and just slowly sit back. I like to arch my back a little bit. I have you have tight sacrum. You want to just arch your back just a little bit and slowly push yourself back down onto your heels. Now as you get closer to your heels, your lower back is going to want to round out. That's awesome. Just let your chest rest onto your thighs. Take your head all the way down to the ground. And now stretch your fingertips long. Push yourself back. And just go ahead and cross at the ankles. And sit back. So I'm going to go ahead and just come off to this side a little bit. You want to go ahead and lay all the way back onto your back. And you're going to take the cross. Right foot crosses over the left. Okay. So you're going to thread the arms through the opening. You're going to lift up, release the fingers in front of the shin, and just pull yourself back. I'm like laying right underneath this light. leg over the right. And you're just going to thread right through the opening, and you can either interlace the fingers in front of the shin or back behind the thigh. It's your choice. Try to do the same thing that you did on the other side though, just to balance out the body. So you should feel a deep stretch in the hip. This is called like the dead pigeon. It's just a nice restorative hold. We're going to hold it a little bit longer. Get in those hips. And release. Let's go ahead and just get a full body twist. And that'll go ahead and finish you up for level 1. What's nice about this is you just repetitively did sun sal A's. You limbered up the body, and that's where most yoga classes are going to start with. So let's go ahead and just take our palms flat down to the ground. Lift the hips up. Just bring the hip to the right 1 inch. Cross the right leg over the left. And if it feels good, go ahead and just wrap the toes behind the shin. And begin to drop the knees all the way down to the side now. Don't worry about the shoulders, the chest. The shoulder is going to want to lift up. But you just keep pushing it back down to the ground. So the goal is just to focus on the shoulder back down to the ground. Allow the gravity to take your knees to the left side. And if you'd like to, open up your arms nice and wide. Perhaps look towards the right fingertips. And release. Unwrap the legs and just readjust your spine. So just lift your hips up to the center. Now let's go ahead and lift the hips up one more time and bring them over to the left side. We're just going to go ahead and cross the left leg over the right. And if it feels good, tuck those toes in. If it doesn't matter, just take the knees over. Now again, your shoulder is going to want to lift. You're just going to keep pushing it back. And again, just breathe in the twist. Your body's going to surrender slowly. It's going to fight that twist and that turn initially. Now perhaps open up the arms nice and wide. And if you'd like to, look over to your left hand. Unwrap. And go ahead and just readjust the spine. Let's go ahead and just take one leg and then the other and place it up close towards your chest. And just begin to rock side to side. It should feel like a massage on your kidneys, your lower back. Keep pulling the knees in towards the chest. That's how you're going to round out that lower back. Really dig deep into that sensation. Close your eyes, it feels wonderful. And when you're ready, go ahead and place the feet back down onto the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and just face you backwards a little bit here. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just bring the knees into the chest. And as you bring the knees into the chest, continue to take the knees up to the third eye. If this feels good, go ahead and rise. I'm sorry, don't rise yet. Extend the feet back behind you. Coming into plow position. Interlace the fingers back behind your back. Open up the shoulders. And when you're ready, lift the legs up high. Bring the knees back down to the chest. Hands back behind the back. Hi, baby. And go ahead and just roll one vertebrae at a time back down to the ground. Nice and slow, using your core. Feet come all the way down. Nice and slow. Good. Bring the arms out, palms up. Soles of the feet to the tops of the mat. Then I want you just to sway the knees side to side. Just move. Allow gravity to move you. Now, again, if you have any lower back problems, make it a little more controlled. Otherwise, just have fun. And continue to stretch the legs out all the way. And let's go ahead and prepare for Shavasana. Shavasana is a 10-minute meditation. Extend your feet and your hands. Your hands should be about 45 degrees away from your body. And your feet should be about comfortably apart. Just allow your toes to dangle from your foot. And I want you to rest heavy onto your mat. Really heavy. I want you to just let go of everything that you have held onto your shoulders today, this week, this year. Just allow it to settle onto the mat. I want you to breathe deeply. In the beginning, it's really hard to meditate, so if you could just focus perhaps on your intention, especially if it was one based on love, it will be easy to do. And I want you to focus on your breath. And as you continue to breathe, I want you to count how long your inhales and your exhales are, so that you can slowly just focus on simply counting and lose yourself. So as you continue to breathe, relax the tension from the third eye. Notice any colors that are going on behind the eyelids. Relax your fingertips. Relax your toes. Keep breathing. Surrender as your soul rises freely. Allow it to go beyond this vessel. You are limitless. But we have to dig deep first. Keep breathing. Let yourself go. Surrender to your fear. Look it in the face and allow it no longer to lead you. Once you let go, once you surrender, your soul will guide you. You will flow as freely as water. There will be no resistance. Even in the difficult times, you will find lessons, or you will find turns in your path that will guide you to another bigger journey. It is in those times that we are challenged the most. Know that you're safe. Transcend that place in between consciousness and unconsciousness. Enjoy.